What I like best about communication arts technology is probably the editing. I just find it so cool that I can not just watch the process of the film being made, but also be able to put it together. I like using the program Adobe Premiere Pro that we use at the school. It's very fun, and you can watch videos on like tutorials on how to do it, but you can also just mess around with it yourself and just play around with it. And I feel like a lot of the students here, including myself, like the editing part. I also like the filming as well, but I would say that editing is probably one of my favorite things because I just get to add more stuff to it and make it 10 times better. And I don't know, it's just something that I like to do, and yeah.
I like communication because it teaches me the things I'm interested in about film and making film, and that's the stuff I'm really into. I also like the people in my class, makes it really fun. The work we do is super fun. It gives me a chance to act. So yes, all good points of why I like communications.
What I like the most about communication arts technology is being able to make short films, being able to do the weekly newscast, and being able to participate in Skills USA.
If you have ever considered a career in TV, film, or news, I highly recommend choosing communication arts as your CTE area. Not only do we learn a whole lot about making short films or how to properly do a news broadcast, but we also get to learn the behind the scenes part of it, planning out the news broadcast, planning out the short film, or all the way till the end with the editing and the final product and seeing your idea completely come to life. We learn so much about how to properly shoot footage so that you get the clearest possible outcome, or how to record audio, which is definitely trickier than I thought it would be, but I'm so glad I know now because that is something that I'll always be able to take with me. Going into a field in journalism or communications is so important to have prior knowledge because there's so many things that later on they're not going to teach you when you start going into the field. So this class is so great because it's so educational, and we don't just stay in the classroom. Like this year we took a few field trips, one of them being to the Museum of the Moving Image, where we learned about these classic films that use these different cinematic ideas to kind of take their film to the next level. One of them being a movie where they had this super futuristic hotel and they were zooming up and it looked gigantic. And we get there and it's a sculpture of like a 3-foot tall hotel that they just zoomed in super close to. Like, it's so cool to see not only the behind the scenes, but the thought process and how to plan these things out and get that result when you don't necessarily have the money to build a 3,000 story high skyscraper. It is so educational, it's so cool, we learned so much, and I've had some of the best times in this class. So if you are seriously thinking about a career in film, news, journalism, movie making, I highly recommend you choose communication arts as your CTE area.